Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today is so exciting because we're collaborating with an entirely new brand, Eagle, to care for all your leather needs. Today we'll be showing you how to properly clean and maintain your leather boots like these classic Red Wing Iron Rangers. And if your boots look anything like this, well, we've got everything you need to take care of the job. Let's jump right in. As you guys can see, Eagle's care kit comes with premium saddle soap, a dauber brush, lint-free microfiber applicator and cloth, as well as mink oil to finish up the job. Let's get right into it with some prep work. Simply shake off or brush off any dirt or debris from your footwear and then remove the laces in order to access the entirety of your boot, especially the tongue area where most of the dirt hides. On top of a great leather care kit, Eagle stops at no length to provide every necessary tool for your leather care. This brush kit comes with a premium horsehair brush, lint-free cloth, and a handy dauber brush. And since we have what we need for the most part, I'll just be using the horsehair brush for this job. Just so you guys know, it is not uncommon for brand new premium horsehair brushes to shed hairs at first. It's actually a sign of a good brush because of how natural and dispersed the hairs are in the manufacturing process. So definitely don't be afraid of a few shed hairs. This brush is insanely dense and it won't affect your care process one bit. Step number one, we'll want to take our microfiber cloth or horsehair brush and gently brush off any dirt, dust, or debris. This is in order to prevent any scrapes or scratches during the cleaning process. Of course, you guys want to make sure that you are as thorough as possible, and most importantly, remember that you want to brush gently, not using too much pressure. The harder you push, the bigger the chance of losing horsehairs as well as potentially scratching your leather. And of course, guys, some of the key areas to focus on are in those nooks and crannies. So around the welt and midsole, and again, near the boot tongue. And as I said, completely normal to lose some of those horsehairs on a brand new premium horsehair brush. Now on to saddle soap. You guys already know that I'm not the fondest of saddle soap, but that doesn't mean it can't be used properly. The key is to make sure that you don't use too much. You want to get a nice lather without caking your boot with soap. And if you accidentally do use too much, simply make sure to wipe it off as much as you can with a damp cloth. All you need to do is simply uncap the tin and add a little water, get a little soap on your brush, and then create a little bit of lather with the water. Again, just make sure not to use too much soap, just find the right ratio and then get scrubbing. I did want to note that Eagle paid a lot of attention when crafting this kit because they included a synthetic bristle brush to pair with their saddle soap in order to prevent any shedding hairs getting in the way of your cleaning. I just thought that was super thoughtful. Something I love about Eagle's leather care products is that they are dedicated to using premium quality all natural ingredients. So this soap is going to have things like lanolin, which is a natural ingredient that's non-toxic that will soften your leather as well as provide a bit of a water repellent barrier. And as you guys begin to clean, make sure you're wiping off your leather frequently in order to prevent your leather from soaking and getting wet and potentially creating mildew or mold from growing. So for me, I'll do one panel at a time usually, such as the front, tongue area, sides, and then back. Moving forward, you guys can even use saddle soap to spiffy up your laces. Simply repeat the same process with the laces in hand and then dry them off with the microfiber cloth by running it through the cloth until dry. You may be pretty surprised, but cleaning your laces can make a huge difference to the longevity and look of your leather boots or shoes, so I'd suggest cleaning them regularly. Now, I personally love using mink oil, but I also know that it's not everyone's favorite. Mink oil has some cons, such as that it may darken your leather or feel oily, but I love it because it's a great conditioner, it softens your leather, and it simply brings out the beautiful patina of natural leather. Let alone that it preserves and restores your leather as well. But again, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Now, if you've ever used mink oil, you know that there's more than one way to apply it. And you may use different methods for different parts of your boots. Because of mink oil's melting point, you can actually use it on your hands and it'll more easily penetrate into the leather as it warms up as you massage it and it creates friction. You can also use an applicator sponge like this one here, or even use the dauber brush to get into those nooks and crannies, all of which I'll be showing you as I apply it. Alright guys, as a rule of thumb, the more mink oil you use, the darker your leather will become. And if you're worried about changing the color of your leather at all, mink oil may not be the conditioner for you. Nonetheless, it will dry lighter over time, and feel free to use more as needed. And without going into too much detail, but for context's sake, when leather is being produced at tanneries, they reintroduce about 15 to 25% of moisture back into the leather. So as your leather ages, it actually loses that moisture. And as it loses the moisture, it becomes lighter in color. So by reintroducing that moisture with mink oil or some other conditioner, you are in effect adding back that color, which softens your leather and allows it to bend and flex like it used to. And as I wasn't able to get into those hard to reach creases with my fingers, I'll go ahead and use this dauber brush to get into every nook and cranny. I don't know about you guys, but I am loving the way that these Iron Rangers are looking with that beautiful, rich, dark patina. But let me know in the comments what you guys prefer. You'll want to leave your leather until it's dry and then simply remove any excess with a cloth and buff it to a shine with your horsehair brush. Now, in order to both maintain or even reshape your leather, I would highly recommend stuffing it properly when not in use. You guys don't need a cedar shoe tree, but I would highly recommend it as it can properly form your leather as well as naturally prevent odors. Simply insert the shoe tree when not wearing to prevent creasing and cracking in your leather and make it look like new. Now that your leather is dry, let's buff it to a shine with your horsehair brush. As always, brush fast, not hard. Brushing hard can ruin both your brush and your leather. It's about friction, not force, when crafting a beautiful shine. Last but not least, let's pop these clean laces back onto our boots and see what we've done in just a few minutes. And if you guys were as impressed with the results from Eagle's leather care as I was, go ahead and head over to eagleshoecare.com to check them out. I was also able to score you guys some discounts from the CEO, so make sure to use code Evumies to receive 20% off. Again, they are the one-stop shop for everything you need to care for your leather, from horsehair brushes to baseball kits to boot oil, you name it. And that is a wrap. Let's see where we've come from in just a few short minutes. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this and learn how to better care for your leather, whatever form it comes in, whether shoes, bags, jackets, or more. Now, make sure to check out these videos next, and as always, remember to love your leather. I'll see you guys in the next one.